Hello and welcome to Maggie's Fun Time. This is Magzie and we are back here on Hypixel Skyblock. This is a vanilla server. If you guys like this episode, make sure you smack that like button. It really helps out the channel with YouTube views, YouTube searches, YouTube algorithm movement for the channel. If you subscribe to my channel and you want to get notification when I have new videos out, all you got to do is go to my page, hit the notification bell, set your settings inside the notification bell. You'll get notifications whenever you want them, not just whenever YouTube wants to send them to you. You can come check out the videos. Subscribe to my channel. It does help out with the 1,000 subscriber push, so you can help out with that too. If you like this episode, you want to share it with your friends, help support the channel, there's a share tab down below. There's links there to social media site. There's a link there for you to copy and post wherever you want on your YouTube community page. This is a channel update. It will go up as a channel update on my main profile page. This is specifically to talk about my hospital visit, what happened after my hospital visit, my surgery, how long I was in the hospital, and then what's going to go on with the channel for the temporary future, and what's going to go on with my medical stuff, because we're not over yet. So, but the first thing, the last thing that I want to do on here is go and check out the pet update. We did have a pet update there, and I do want to get my items that I just sent over. If you guys didn't watch, I did do the end review. So, and we have some deliveries here. So we have 4. Another super compactor. A honey jar. And cheese. So, I do want to go over with you guys what happened. So we're gonna just sit right here real quick. I did go get my surgery done on the 7th, I believe is when I went. I was done that day. I got out of surgery. It took all day to do the surgery. It was the 8th. I believe it was the 8th now. They changed it. Because it was that Thursday, if I'm not mistaken, and I will check just for you guys. I do have a post up on it. No, it was the 7th. I spent the next basically 7 days in the hospital recovering. Basically, what they did was they took out the damaged portions of my small and large intestines and everything down in there. And they put a stime in. If you guys don't know what that is, a stime is a portion of your intestines that hangs outside your body, and basically you cover that up with some special medical devices, and it lets you eject waste out of your body using that system until well, sometimes it's not temporary. Sometimes people live with this their whole life. So there's people out there that have to deal with changing their style out and time out and keeping themselves clean. But for me, it's temporary. The whole goal of this was to get the damaged portions out of there. The doctor told me that it looked like a bomb had went off in my intestines, and that's how much damage had to be removed, and they were not able to reattach everything in one visit. The hope was that there wasn't much damage in there. They could take the damaged portions out. There would still be some usable intestines in there that they could stick back together, and that didn't happen. Basically, the size of your intestines that he was wanting to stick back together for me was the size of your pinky, and the size of mine was the size of a small tangerine. So, yeah, think about the size of your ear, or about that big around. That's how big it was. So I've just been, and I had portions that were just blocked, and there wasn't no bowel stools moving through those areas, and those were stuck in there, and they had to be gotten out while I was in the hospital. So those end up coming out for me while I was walking around trying to get my my intestines that was working back up and running, and my tummy actually eating food. I spent 3 days, I believe, maybe it was 4 days on complete liquid diet, and then no food. I was on IV fluids, and that was it. And then I went 24 hours on a liquid diet, and I was so enjoying that food. Let me tell you what, being able not to eat for 4 days straight, even if they got you on IV fluids, is just torture. And then being able to eat anything, like even if it's liquids, you're like, yes, please. So like Jello, um, broth for lunch, broth for breakfast, broth for dinner, Jello cups. They kept giving me sugar-free Jello cups for some reason, and I can't have the artificial sugar that Jello cups, or sugar-free Jello cups, are made out of. I can't eat that because of my Crohn's. So just little stuff like that just kept annoying me. At one point during the procedure, or at one point during the visit to hospital, I was actually had to have sodium injected into my blood. I had to have 3 doses of it. And if you guys don't know what sodium does, when you inject it in your blood, it's like injecting salt into your veins, and it hurts. What they do is they lower the dosage down by tempering it with another liquid that goes into your blood, so like saline or something. So they'll do sodium and also the other thing. So it's like a 50-50 mix. And the nurse that day wasn't actually staying in my room, keeping an eye on my stuff. I was still, at that time, they had lots of debris and stuff that was still building up in my system. So I had to have suction cube in my mouth, sucking like nastiness out of intestines and stuff. So in my stomach. So she wasn't actually paying attention. She was going away. I actually don't know what. I don't want to fault her for, because it could have been like 5 or 6 thousand different things that happened in the hospital. But it just felt like to me, whenever I went out to do my walking every day, like 3 times a day, like I was supposed to, and nobody could find these nurses that was working that day. And one of them was mine, and they just disappeared. Nobody could find them. And I just got the feeling that like they had just wandered off somewhere and was yapping around somewhere or something. That's just the feeling I got. I don't know that to be true. All I know is 3 times in a row, I had to sit in a room with straight sodium pouring into my veins through the IV for at least 15 minutes apiece. And it was extremely painful. And all my family was mad. Uh, my daughter and my son had to stay up here and work. My wife stayed down there with me while I was in the hospital. She actually went back to work today, thank God. I love her, and I love her being around. But like we are poor. Like I don't make money off of YouTube. I do this for you guys' enjoyment. So like um, she works, and then we play games for together. Usually when my wife's the computer's not broke, and then like I do stuff on here for you guys to enjoy every day, for something to do, because I have Crohn's disease and I can't work. That's it. So I do this for you guys' enjoyment, and yeah, we that was the worst part of it, was that finally all the liquids got out of my tummy. I was able to start drinking liquids and broth and stuff like that. After about 24 hours of that, we went in and done a they started me on solid foods, and the first thing that I had solid foods was, there was 2 things, and I don't remember what the first thing was, and I know that's really bad of me. But the thing I enjoyed the most is that night for that dinner, because I started at lunch. I think it was chicken or something. No, I don't remember. But that night they had meatloaf, uh, meatloaf with garlic, uh, potatoes, kind of citrus mousse thing, and it just so happened that night that we got to eat mashed potatoes and meatloaf. and I hadn't eaten anything for 5 days. That was me and my wife's anniversary. Our anniversary is the 12th, and we had to celebrate in the hospital. We didn't get to go out to eat or anything, so like they brought her plate and me a plate. They hadn't been bringing her a plate, period, so she'd been having to pay several times she was down there for plates of food and stuff because, um, according to them, I don't know if it's true at hospitals in general or what, but guest plates are supposed to be a thing. If you're in a hospital, it gets charged to you and your insurance, but the guest plate is something that happens if somebody has to stay with you hospital, they can bring a guest plate up and guest in the room. And I don't know how that works, but it's something that I was told was going to happen didn't happen. So the last night there we had our anniversary, and I think they found that out and brought us up a place. So that was kind of nice. Um, they almost didn't release me, guys. I almost didn't get released. They were really worried about the output of my Stein, and worried about me getting dehydrated after I left. So what I'm having to do now is either buy $50 or $60 worth of Gatorade, Powerade, um, the Pedialyte, that kind of stuff, or I have to make my own. And I love juice. I love juice, and that's what I usually drink to alternate between my water and Gatorade. Is I'll have a cup of juice every morning and a cup of juice every night. So there was a list that they gave us that has to do with the steins, and I know I'm not saying that right, guys. It's an ostomy is what the actual thing's called. That that it's called an ostomy pouch. They have recipes there, and it's one like all three recipes there. There's actually four that you can make at home for yourself. Is juices I already keep in the house and drink. So it kind of worked out for me. I'm like, yeah, perfect. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? I can just water these down according to the recipes, add the salt into them, done. And I don't have to worry about buying expensive Gatorade and the light and all that. So it worked out fine, and it's a little weird tasting salty juice, watered down juice. So, but I might keep doing it. To be honest with you, I'm gonna try out tonight the vegetable juice, which is basically the same recipe. You need to make sure that vegetable juice is filtered. But I'm on a specific diet. They did release me to a specific diet. I'm on a low fiber diet. The weird thing about that is so we're on a low fiber diet. So just to try to keep my nutrition up because of how severe my intestines was about getting nutrients out of my body for my body. So I really didn't get to do anything different than what I'm doing now. I just had to switch like a couple things. Like one of my favorite things to eat for my low fiber diet was spinach and greens, and those can cause clogs in your ostomy. So I can't eat those no more until after I get everything hooked back up together. So it's a couple things I had to like switch around and change of my diet. That's not too bad. I'm gonna keep more cheese, peanut butter, oatmeal, that kind of stuff. But that's where we're at right now. Currently, I'm at home. I'm learning how to operate the ostomy system. I've got two in place. I've got one on my left side and one on my right side. The left side is for the bowel movement stuff. The right side is because the portion that they want to hook back up, back together, feel a little bit inflated stuff. They want to make sure they drain all the stuff out. that nice flow for I guess 6 months to a year. So we're looking at like June or July at earliest, putting that back together. More than likely, it's probably going to be the end of the year again, or the world doesn't end by then. Cheers. Politics, guys, politics. Jesus Christ. Anyway, that's where we stand right now for the channel. I don't know how my body's going to be kept feeling like running around and doing recordings and stuff. I definitely can't do long extended period of grinds like I usually did. If we do bingos, it's probably going to have to do bingos where I use mostly minions and I don't do long grinds, and just like little update videos for bingo. And we'll have to do that until I get adjusted onto how I'm probably going to skip this weekend. Today is Friday anyway. So you get 2 recordings up today. We'll go ahead and skip this weekend and start back on Monday. And we are still trying to do the videos for my son. I don't know whether we're going to continue with the Monster Hunter line or if we're just going to try to knock that out. We are probably going to be doing both of those recordings on the same day, so I don't have to worry about spanning those out. I do try to play with him offline, but like in general, like for the channel, we'll go ahead and probably try to record both of those on the same day. The problem with that is I need every time I go up a master rank, I need gear. So then we have to bump the gear up, and that takes another couple hours, and that's grinding. So we might look into doing something else that's easier to do, like 30-minute videos on stuff we don't have to like grind a large amount of gear and stuff out for. So I don't know, but for right now, the plan is to go back to Monster Hunter Rise. We will be starting back 6 days of. I've got a couple of games that I've got picked out. If you want a game on the 6 days playlist, make sure you put it in the comments down below, suggestions, or on the community page. I will look at them all there, and we'll decide on that one. I do have Epic Launcher. I have a bunch of games on Xbox Game Pass. Anything that comes up on there. We'll probably be covering some of the Microsoft merger games from Blizzard, of course, and Secret Thing. My wife wanted to go ahead and start the subscription back up for WoW, and I'm thinking about starting up a new channel specifically for MMOs gaming. So it will be just like playthroughs of MMOs, that kind of stuff, and maybe I might switch over me and Warg's playthroughs over to that channel, because they might be more in tune for that. We might do videos for both channels. I don't know how that's going to work, so that's just something to look out for the future. I haven't really decided on that one. You can give me your opinions on that down in the comments down below. We are going to continue with Skyblock here. We'll probably be concentrating mostly on the main channel here, doing stuff on the main channel, because that's stuff that I can do without like grinding for like ever and ever and ever in a day. And mostly combat challenge tune is I have to get to level 50, combat 50, and I have to get all 3 slayers, starting slayers, up to max 7 to 8. I think I thought my assumption was 7, but I think some of the recipes don't unlock for 8. Basically, we want to unlock all the recipes. Basically, what we're doing, trying to unlock all the recipes and crafting those and putting them in the museum is the main goal for that one. I doubt if we'll be going up to 9, especially after my surgery. I think we'll just probably do all the everything else on the checklist, get those up, unlock all the recipes for those. Call it a win for the channel. That's where we stand. That's the goals for right now. If you guys want anything else, you want any questions answered, I can do another recording this weekend to answer any of your questions. Put them in the comments down below. I will try to answer them if I can. As long as they're not too personal, and I don't mind. Anybody else in my family doesn't mind you guys knowing. I'll tell you guys. If you like this episode, make sure you smack that like button. It really helps out the channel with YouTube views, YouTube searches, YouTube algorithm movement for the channel. If you subscribe to my channel and you want to get notifications when I have new videos up, all you got to do is go to my page, hit the notification bell, set your settings inside the notification bell. You'll get notifications whenever you want them, not just whenever YouTube wants to send them to you. And you come check out the videos. If you do like this video, well, share it with your friends. Tell them what you like it. There's a share tab down below. There's links there to the social media site. There's a link there for you to copy and post wherever you want. If you have any tips, tricks, or comments, put it in the comments down below. Don't forget to follow me on social media pages. Don't forget to set your notification setting for the channel's notification bell. A little Easter egg. If you listened all the way to the end of this video, excuse me. My daughter is wanting to play a Let's Play with me and my son for the channel. This will be in the first of the year, sometime 2024, probably January, February. And I don't actually know right now what they want to play, what the plans are for that one. I'm letting them decide all of that. You guys got suggestions, put it in the comments down below. It'll probably have to be an Xbox Game Pass game. I'm just telling you time. And that's just because my daughter and my son don't have computers. They have Xbox. That's the way it works. Anyway, guys, love you guys. See you guys later.